So the other day I asked 3,000 people what they thought was stopping them from closing their next real estate deal. And these are the 7 most common answers, and almost all 7 of them are complete misconception. Every single one of these has a solution or one small piece of information that's missing from you or whoever from being able to overcome one of these answers. So if you're someone who's looking to close your next real estate deal, but you seem to have created something in your head that's stopping you, or you've actually hit an obstacle because you've taken action to close a real estate deal, you need to watch this video in full, because I promise you there is a solution for you coming up. Now, before we dive into the 7 most common answers, I do want to preface by saying real estate is one of those industries where the people who are successful are the people who do not care about any of the 7 things that I'm about to list right now. The kind of person that is successful in real estate is the kind of person that sees these 7 things just as a to-do list. There's just 7 things to overcome or conquer, and they're not focused on the problem, but more so focused on creating the solution. And investors like myself who have successfully scaled a real estate business have created a system around overcoming these problems, aka a system of solutions, which, if you think about it, that's all a business is a system that solves problems, a system of solutions. So with that being said, let's dive right in. Number 1, yes, you probably guessed it, the number 1 thing that people think is stopping them from closing their next real estate deal is credit. So when I say number 1, I'm not saying it's the most important or that it was even the number 1 most popular answer. To be honest, I didn't even count. I just went with the ones that I saw most common. I'm saying it's number 1 because this is one of the first things that a lender, which most of us are going to obtain debt in order to buy property, this is going to be one of the first things that they ask you. And it's one of the most anxious things that all of us every day walk around concerned about. Is our credit score. The median home value right now in America is like $350,000, $400,000. So when we think about a number that big and we think about obtaining a loan to buy that, we automatically assume we're gonna need a 700-800 credit score in order to buy real estate. When in fact, there's a ton of loan products out there, aka different types of loans that you can obtain that all require a different credit score. These loan products are also going to depend on what exactly you're trying to do with the property. Are you trying to fix and flip it? Is it a rental? Is it your primary residence? Is it an investment property? Is it a vacation home? Is it a second home? Is it an additional property on land you already own? These are the questions that no one's thinking about when they think about their credit and buying real estate. But you should be thinking about them because the difference in the kind of property you're buying is going to be the answer to your credit problem. I'll give you an example. If you're buying a primary residence, then yes, it's going to be important that you have a strong credit score, because that credit score is going to dictate your interest rate as well as how much of a loan they can give you. So the better your credit score, the easier real estate becomes. Now, with that being said, there's so many workarounds when purchasing real estate leveraging your own personal credit. One of the most obvious is a cosigner. If you're buying a primary residence, you can have a family member or loved one, or really anyone honestly, co-sign for that loan. But for most of you who are watching this video, you're watching and following me because you are aspiring to be an investor. So if you are buying an investment property, the coolest thing about buying an investment property is that you're typically buying in an LLC. And when you purchase a property in an LLC, you can use anyone's credit that you want in order to obtain the loan, and the property does not even show on their credit report because they are not buying the property. They're just guaranteeing the loan on behalf of the LLC that actually is buying the property. So the property is going to show on the LLC's credit report, not the guarantors. So that means that if you have a terrible credit score, all you need to do is partner up with someone who has a strong credit score. And at that point, it's irrelevant what your credit score is. But if you don't want to get into that complicated strategy of strategically partnering with people in order to overcome these 7 problems that I'm about to list out in this video, then the most simplest answer is if you have a 650 credit score or better, most lenders in the investment world will give you a loan. Just be prepared to pay more interest and get less money from the bank the lower your credit score is. But trust and believe, your credit score is not stopping you from acquiring real estate. Number 2, which a lot of you might have thought this was going to be number 1, but I'm saying it as number 2, is money. I don't have money. How can I buy real estate? Very similar to not having credit, you can partner with people who do have money, because let's face it, the bank is already going to give you most of the money. And in the investing world, the bank is going to give you the money based on how good of a deal the property is. So if you're trying to buy a rental property, they're going to look at how much rent you can collect, and they're going to use that number to base it off how much money you're going to have to put down and what interest rate you're going to get. Same thing for fix and flips. If you're buying a fix and flip, they're going to look at how much money you're potentially going to make on the flip, and that's going to dictate your interest rate as well as how much of a loan they're going to give you, along with credit and other factors. Now, with that being said, if you can find really good deals or get good at finding really good deals, the bank's going to give you majority of the money, and whatever they don't give you, all you have to do if you don't have any money is understand what the banks are looking for to give you the majority of the money and be able to regurgitate that over to potential partners who will gladly give you the rest of the money in order to partner with you on this deal. So what I recommend to all of my clients and students is to develop a skill that other people don't have. And by offering that skill, whether that's managing the deal, doing the construction, underwriting the deal, obtaining the debt, all of these are skills that regular people don't just walk around having. So if you can offer these skills, then you can package them up all nice, present them to potential partners who have more money than you, and split the profits in exchange for your service with those partners. This, in a very shortened version, is exactly how you do real estate using none of your own money. This capital partner or investor that I'm referencing could be friends or family. It could be family offices, which are basically financial advisors. This could be secondary banks. This could be home equity lines of credit. This could be your 401k. There's a number of places that you can leverage this good deal over here that you're gonna manage and that you work so hard to find. You can leverage this to tap into these funds to ultimately close a real estate deal even though you have no money. Number 3, which we already kind of covered, no funding, no financing. I don't know how to get a loan. This answer, along with number 1, not having credit, typically only comes from people who have not tried. If you are looking to buy real estate, the first thing I recommend you do is to go get pre-approved. Just go to a bank or go to a lender. If you need one, you can comment below. I will give you a lender. My favorite part about going to a lender to obtain a loan to buy real estate is that they're going to tell you exactly what is necessary in order to obtain that loan. They're going to tell you exactly what your score needs to be. They're going to tell you exactly what's wrong with your credit report. They're going to tell you exactly how much money you can get approved for. And all you have to do is work backwards in order to obtain that loan. So if you're running around saying that you don't know how to get funding or financing, you're already wrong, because all you have to do is comment below and I'll give you my top banks that I like to use. And then those banks will tell you how to get approved if you're not immediately approved based on your current situation. But most times, all the banks want to see is that you already have a property, and they're going to look at the property first and you second if you're an investor. Now, if you're looking to buy a primary residence, same thing. You need to go to a bank right now, comment below, I'll give you a bank, and just work backwards. If you had an ailment in your body, you wouldn't or shouldn't self-diagnose and start taking medicine or running around telling yourself this is wrong with me and applying for disability and all that without going to a doctor, right? The minute you had an ailment, you would go to a doctor. The doctor would tell you what you need in order to get healthy or what you're incapable of doing, and hey, this is how it's going to be for the rest of your life, and then you can change your life accordingly. Real estate is no different. You don't want to walk around saying, I can't get funding, I can't get financing. Guys, there's thousands of houses out there, all of them have an owner. If hundreds of thousands of people can own a home, then why can't you? Go to your local bank today, credit union, or comment below for one of my favorite lenders that I like to use for investment properties. Simply go to them and find out, hey, what do I need in order to buy a house? And they're gonna tell you, and all you have to do is treat the list that they give you like a to-do list. Focus on solutions and not problems. This next one, number 5, is my favorite. I don't have my real estate license, or I'm not a realtor. This is gonna be a really short one, guys. You don't need a real estate license to buy property. Boom, done. This is one of the weirdest but yet most common misconceptions. I don't know where it came from, but you only need a real estate license if you are going to act as an agent between a buyer and a seller, right? If you're going to broker a deal between a buyer and a seller, you need a license in America. But to buy real estate, you absolutely do not. These next 2 I'm gonna bundle into one because I have a very simple solution for it. I don't have the knowledge or the understanding to do real estate, and I don't have the accountability or the push to do real estate. Guys, find a mentor. I don't care if it's me, I don't care if it's somebody else online, I don't care if it's someone local. Find a mentor. Find someone who's going to hold you accountable to achieve your goals that you set out. You're the one who said you wanted to buy a real estate deal. Not me, not your realtor, not your lender. No one's trying to sell you anything. You're the one who said you wanted to invest in real estate and build wealth for yourself. If you need accountability, find someone, a partner, a mentor, to help hold you accountable in doing what you said you want to do for yourself. And ideally, that partner or that mentor will be someone who has more experience than you or has done more than you, and they can share some of their experiences and knowledge with you. Some people will charge. Those typically are the best because you can hold them accountable to doing that. Some people will partner with you for free in exchange for some of your deal, but that requires you to bring a good deal to the table. I like this option as well. Courses and books are great. You want to educate yourself, but listen, nothing teaches like experience. You want to get aligned with people who have experience. You want to throw yourself in the fire so that you can get the experience. The only way to learn how to ride a bike is to actually ride a bike. There's no amount of books or videos you can watch on learning how to ride a bike that will teach you how to ride a bike. You have to get on the bike. I don't care if it's with pads, helmet, training wheels, and if somebody's literally holding the handlebars for you, you have to get on the bike in order to learn, and you have to be willing to fail and willing to fall. If you're looking for someone to hold the handlebars for you on your journey to real estate, comment the word partner below. My company and I have a mastermind group that literally partners with the clients inside to be every single piece of the puzzle that I mentioned in this video. We go as far as signing on loans with you and providing our experience and even our credit to help you get ahead. We have dozens of funding opportunities and mentorship in helping you find the capital in order to close deals. As your coach, I'm 1000% going to be holding you accountable every step of the way so that you can take the necessary action. The whole point of the mastermind group is to take people like you who are looking to close their first real estate deal and walking them step by step from start to finish in doing so. So again, comment the word partner if you're interested in joining our mastermind group so that you can close your next deal in the next 90 days. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope this helps someone get over the hump in closing their next real estate deal. I'll catch you guys on the next YouTube video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, as I'm going to be posting many more videos like this and trying to provide as much content as possible to all of my subscribers, followers, and viewers. Thanks again. Peace. I'll catch you on the next one. I'm Art Morrison III with United Home Relief, signing off.